Good morning, afternoon, everybody. How's it going? Give it a minute here. Let everyone get on. I always want to share it. Like, I'm going to try to share it. But when you share it on Facebook, it's like weird. Oh, now it's asking me questions. What happens? Let's see. Posting. It kind of gave me more options, so it might have been posting a little bit better. Hello. I was trying to post it on, very fluent in English right now, if you can tell. I was trying to post on Facebook. Oh, wow, guys. We're starting off great. Yay. It's Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing? We are in the midst of holiday season here. Tomorrow is Yule. Good morning. Does anybody have anything exciting they're doing for Yule tomorrow? Anything? I think what we're gonna do is, well, I might wait for, so I have 4 sons, right? 3 of my sons are home. I got 1 more coming home tomorrow night super late, so we might wait until maybe Friday, but I think I'm gonna do, I like to get pine cones and have everybody get little slips of paper and have everybody write like kind of their intention for the year or what they want to happen or something, and we roll them up, we stick them in the pine cone, and we throw it in the fire just to like let it go and send it into the next year. So that's one of those really fun things I like to do. So, and it's really easy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Oh, no. Ew, it said it was poor connection. What is that about? All right, let's hope that doesn't happen again. No. All right, good. I keep getting like a poor connection, so I switched it. So let's see. Hopefully that works. Oh no, Maya. Yeah. My 2 sons had it a couple weeks ago. Whatever. Give us a chance to chill out, right? Let's see. So today I wanted to use the Yule, Seasons of the Witch Yule, because it's Yule. And then, it was really funny. I was thinking about like what deck I was going to use, and this one totally popped in my head. And it's the Sun and Moon Tarot. And I've had this deck forever. And I always love it. And it's like, I have quite a few decks. So it's like every once in a while I remember a deck. I'm like, oh yeah, I have this deck. I got to use it. And it's like new all over again. Really doesn't take much to entertain me. And it's always nice when it's in a tin. Like these are always, and usually any deck that's in a tin is like a smaller version, like, or a small deck. So they are great for traveling. Just FYI. Getting all the little ta-das out of it here. So yeah, we're gonna use those 2 today. And and our winter issue is out. So if you don't have it yet, when we're done here, follow the link in our bio and go get it. There are some subscriptions left. You definitely want to do that. Yeah, it's like so convenient when they're in a tin, like, that they're going to be so protected. Like that always makes me happy because, I just never know what's going to happen. And, there are a few that I have in bags, but I don't love always putting them in bags either, because then I don't know what deck it is. You know what I mean? I know that like, Moonlit Fae, like she's made some, bags that have, Anthony. Yeah, I figured it was you, Anthony. She has like one with like little clear window on it, but I don't like to have, I like to have it on the shelf, like, and be able to see what it is instead of pulling them all out. So sometimes I use bags if the box is really like chintzy, but the box, yeah. But for the most part, I just collect the bags because I just like them. That's my spiel on the bags. That's what I gotta say about that. So let's see. Oh, what is this? Oh, cool. There we go. That's neat. So the Yule deck is a rock pool deck, and they do have an app. I wonder if the Yule one is on here. I wonder if the Seasons of the Witch is on there. I'm gonna have to see. Yeah, I like to make travel altars with tins. That's one thing that I do a lot is I make little travel altars because you can definitely fit. And the candles, I use birthday candles, and I put them in the tin. And then, or my charms. My charms are usually, I have which I'm going to need a bigger one because I'm running out of room. But I like to make little mini altars out of the tins because you can just put, you can put like a little piece of palo. You could put, for candles, you can use birthday candles. You can put a crystal in there. You can put even like a little square piece of cloth if you want. You know, and like a little, you know, I have, you know, they have like these little like round discs like that are either metal or whatever to put the little birthday candle on. So that, that's what, yeah, the tea light. Yep. A tea light is always a good option for sure. You should see the crazy things I do in hotel rooms. Yes, I have given them as gifts. I definitely have. Like, and you can really customize them all you want. And actually tomorrow, on my Stardust, account, I'm going to post a cute little, kind of quick Yule altar that you can make in like a cup. So, I'm going to post that tomorrow. I don't know, maybe I'll post it today. Maybe I'll just do it today and get out of the way. Because I do have tomorrow, I'm going to post a Yule tarot card spread. And then I actually have a winter solstice spread too. So I might just post both of those. But, yeah. So, you know, I am completely ridiculous with crafts. I have a whole craft room that I don't get into as often, but I don't know. It's always this time of year, I think, because I live in, you know, in the woods in the snowy season. So that's when I get all my crafting done, is this time of year. And as you could tell, if you notice my posts, like it's all like, I'm just like making things. But yeah, so I'm going to do probably that. And then, yeah, I actually think I have a post. I know, right? Like I just make all this, and I always try to do stuff that's quick and that stuff you have around the house, because it's, you know, it's not really easy to go out and buy stuff anymore. Like a lot of the places, number one, it's holiday season. Who the heck wants to go anywhere? But for us around like where I live, are like a lot of the stores are closed now. Like they closed. And so you can't even find the stuff that you want, like these extra crazy things, and you can order them online, but you won't get them in time. So, I like to try to find stuff that you can either just buy at like the food store, or that is around your house, or you can go outside and get. So, you know, it's my little crafting tidbit of the day. So, yeah. All right. I think we're ready. Let's start this. Let's get on with it. Get on with it. All right. Try to shuffle these guys. So, you know what? I think today we're going to start with Pisces. We're going to start there. That's what I'm feeling, folks. That's what I'm feeling. And if you want me to pull a card for you, oh, look, Amber, I'm wearing your earrings today. And they do not go with my like Halloween Yule type sweater, but I was like, I don't care. I'm wearing them. It's happening. Because they're super cool. But if you want me to put a question for you, put it in the little question bubble there. And let's go. Oh, yay. I know. We have to do our tree too. Again, waiting for all the kids to get home. So I'll probably do it at the end of the week. It's up. It's just sitting there. The tree. The lights are on it, but it's just not decorated yet. And, you know, the one cool thing I have to say about having a freaking load of kids is all of the homemade ornaments. So I have kind of gotten to the point where I mean, I have a few ornaments that are like kind of cool, but I'd like to just put on my tree like homemade ornaments. And because I have so many kids and so many years in their school and whatever, so I've kind of gotten to the point where now I can just put all the homemade ornaments on it. And like I made the orange laces ornaments. I'm going to put those on there. And so that's kind of cool. I think that's pretty neat. Oh, all right. We'll do that before we start our Pisces people. What will the outcome of my life be? So are we talking about your life or my life? Whose life is it? Or both of them. I guess we can just do it for collectively. Who knows? All right, let's see. Oh, interesting. So we have the Seven of Wands. So 7 of yours, yeah. 7 of Wands. So I feel like for you, it's just like, just keep doing it. Like, I know, it doesn't matter, right? No, but we'll do it for you. You know, I feel like that just keep going. Like, consistency is key for you, and just to keep moving. Like, especially if you do a live, and, you know, this is something I've talked about and on a business scale for other people. You feel like nobody's really watching, or there's only a few people on the live, right? But you know what? You don't realize, like, even for this live, how many people watch the replay. Like, and they'll watch the replay like 3 weeks from now, and whatever that message is, they'll be like, oh my gosh, I really needed that message. And you're like, whoa. And I have so many people that come up to me or talk to me outside of lives or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, I saw your live the other day. They didn't comment. They didn't like it. I had no idea that they were even there, but they were, or they watched the replay. So I think for you, it's really about making sure, just stay consistent and not worrying about all that other stuff. So that's what I got for you, Anthony. I like it. I think that was a good one. All right. So Pisces. So many people watch it. And, you know, when I'm teaching just online stuff to people, marketing, like that kind of stuff, and they're like, but nobody watches my lives. But nobody, you know, nobody likes my posts. And you're very welcome. But, you know, anybody who's starting out, I feel like I'm going on so many tangents today. I guess that's just kind of the day it is. Or I drank too much coffee, one or the other, you know, whatever works. But just, that's the thing. Even though you don't feel like there's a lot of people on and you don't think anyone's seeing it, they do. And for me, it's really people a couple of weeks from now, like, it seems to make the most impact for them, which is so interesting to me. And like I said, people come up to me, you know, and even just when I'm going to conventions and stuff like that, they're like, yeah, I love your Instagram. I blah, 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 blah. And I'm watching this and I'm watching that. And I'm like, I've never seen you like it. I've never seen a comment. I had no idea that this person was even paying attention. And they are. So just remember that if you're starting or you're trying to get a little bit more seen on social media, that's really a big thing. So don't let the numbers discourage you as far as that goes. And make sure you pay attention to your insights and see the ones that were viewed the most. And okay, well, that one, then that's a popular one. So maybe you're going to go ahead and make more like that, you know? And it takes a little bit of homework. It does. Like, you know, for mine, you know, I've been growing my personal, my Stardust Instagram now. Oh my gosh, it's probably been like 5 or 6 years. And, you know, it's like, yeah, I have a nice amount of followers, but to me, the engagement's more important, and that people are watching it is more important than the actual number of how many followers you have. So, you know, that's one of those things too. Anyway, let's see. Finally, let's get to Pisces. So that's my little business lesson for the day, folks. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, Pisces. All right, Pisces. So we have the Hermit. Oh, you're very, very welcome. Yes, very, very welcome. Just, you know, just keep trudging. And I see you on there. You're doing good. Keep going. All right, so the Hermit. So Pisces. Hermit, yes. All right, you know, Pisces, I think for you, because, you know, this is a very heavy energy type of, you know, time of year, you know, it can be a lot. It can be a lot, you know, and I think for you is knowing when to take a step back and take time for yourself to rejuvenate, or, you know, just to kind of separate yourself a little bit. So Pisces, this is kind of like your reminder to be able to do that. Make sure you know you can go into hermit mode anytime you want and take advantage of that. So let's see what Yule card we get. And you know what I just love about this deck too is this. It matches my hair. Yay. All right. So what do we got? We got Frost. Ice cold melting in time, a frozen glance at what lies behind, what lies ahead, what lies within, and the chilling frost of thy undead. So I really kind of love that because that's kind of very hermity energy to me. And again, it's making sure, Pisces, you know, and you don't like get so caught up in everything going on that you forget that you can take time for yourself and that you need to do that. It's really important. All right, so then that brings us to our Aquarius. And also, if you'd like to ask a question, use the little question bubble next to the comment line because it kind of holds them for me. It makes it a little easier. All right, so Aquarius. And today we are starting with Pisces going through the zodiac, FYI. Ooh, we have 3 of Cups. I love that. That's so nice. All right, so Aquarius, it's all about getting, you know, together with friends. Enjoy this time. Enjoy the togetherness of the season. Enjoy the people that you care about. Celebrate them and celebrate yourself, Aquarius. Yes, yeah, I think I'm up to date. I have all of them. Like, I'm up to date on them. So I do have my little Seasons of the Witch collection going on. All right, so now we have our card here. Gold Moon. Oh, I like that, Aquarius. Oh, Cold Moon, sorry. Take with thy dreariest of moments, release me for their tongue and nourish me with light. I felt like that was a lot of words. I don't know why. You know, I like that. But I also see what really, not even what it's saying is the part that I really like is that she's with her little companion. And again, I feel like it's that togetherness and just celebrating all of those things. I love it. All right. So Capricorns. Our Capricorns are probably very busy right now. Because, you know, end of the year stuff, getting everything organized. All right, so that brings us to the Emperor. Ooh, I love that. Emperor, yes. So for you, Aquarius, nope, Capricorn, you know, you kind of embody this Emperor energy. You know exactly what needs to happen. And I feel like for you is right, you know, this week for you, it's focusing on the year ahead. You know, and what's really drawing me is like the sun here, kind of like I guess you can see that as either setting or rising. but for me in this context, I really see it as like rising, like, so looking ahead into the, you know, into the future of the new horizon of the new year. And so Capricorn, you know, you may have a lot on your to-do list, but I think really focusing on your goals for this next year is really important for you this week. Yeah, you know, Amber, I was like, you know, that's just what we're doing. It's happening. All right, Hurt, who we got? May your warmth take in the gazing flame, upon the shivers they melt away. So again, I like that. It's a lot of light, right? All that light, that return of the light and focusing on that. So get cozy, Capricorn. Maybe, you know, get in your little cozy, put your Snuggie on and start planning for the new year. You know, I'm totally on board for that. Because like I have my heater on my feet, my little heater. I have my blanket. Because I'm always cold. But why do you live in the Northeast? Oh, that's awesome. Yes, it is Life Path 4, right? Yep. Very good. I love it. All right, so Sagittarius. Let's see. All right, Sag. What I got for you? 4 of Pentacles. So Sagittarius, you know, I think, again, it's really about building for you, building your base. And I think that, you know, I kind of feel like your energy may be a little chaotic lately, depending on what's going on for you. And, you know, chaotic it necessarily isn't a bad thing, right? You know, it can be chaotic, like you don't know what's going on, but it also could be chaotic in a good way. Like there's a lot going on, and you know, regardless if it's in a positive or negative context, I do feel like that you really need to focus on the base things for you. Try not to get caught up in all the little stuff going on, Sagittarius. Those are more exciting, of course. But for you, I feel like that all of the base things that you need to get done are more important than all of the fluff around it. So a little bit of focus for you, friends, Sagittarius friends. All right. And you have Hearth too. I love that. All right. So again, may the warmth take in the gazing flame upon the shivers, they melt away. But for you, I'm going to, you know, I think I see this a little differently for you, Sagittarius. I think it's more, and it's talking about like melting away. I feel, again, like, you know, the hearth is usually like the main part of a house, right? Especially way back when. That was the main space, right? And so again, it's that like base. And I think for you, again, it's just like that reminder of, yeah, you need to really focus on these things that you want to build and making sure all of that is where it needs to be. So Scorpio, we're moving right along here. If you want me to pull a card for you, let me know. I'm so used to like always like shuffling the big decks, and this one's like so little, so it actually fits in my hands because I have like small hands. So it's like, oh, this is like shuffling so easily. I wonder why. I'm like, oh yeah, it's small. This is just sharing weird thoughts out of my head. So for you, Scorpio, 6 of Wands, victory. I think for you, Scorpio, something may be coming to a conclusion or close to it. And I think for you, it's about celebrating the victories, no matter if they're big, if they're small, if you don't even think anyone would care if that was a victory for you. Don't worry about everybody else. You do it for you. So I think for you, Scorpios, you need to celebrate any little victories that are going on for you right now. I think that even if you have some heavy stuff going on and, you know, you got up this morning and you made yourself a nice cup of coffee. You know what? Freaking congratulations. You did it. And that's a victory. Yes. I'm glad that you appreciate it, because boy, do I have a lot of random thoughts. It'd be amazing if I just said everything that I was thinking all day long. Oh my goodness. It would be something, Maya. It would be something. All right, let's see. Candle magic, one of my favorites. Let's see. Finger the spine and caress thy lips. Light the spell spilling from your grip. Ooh, I love that. There you go. Look at that. And so I think, you know, and I think for you, Scorpio, is, I think that's about just tapping into your magic. Yes. No, not alone. If there's anything weird and random, I probably have something to do with it or do it myself. So if you ever need that person, I'm here for you. Scorpio, I think it's really about tapping into your magic and knowing, and that's a victory too, right? So I think, you know, that's really, really the focus for you. All right, Libras. What do we got for the Libras today? Libra. Ace of Swords. Ooh, I like it. This is such a nice little card. So Ace of Swords for you, Libras. So do you have like an idea a thought, you know, something that you have kind of been floating around in your head maybe for a little while, and you've been wanting to do it and you haven't really taken that step, right? So this is your card telling you, go ahead, Libra, take that step. Because aces are all about possibility, right? And they're, you know, all the aces are good cards. You know, if you want to do a yes, no, aces are always a yes, right? It's about the possibilities of what can happen, but it's all up to you to take the action steps. So it's always something to pay attention to and realize when you pull that ace. It isn't just like, yes, it's happening, that's it. It's like, yes, there's a possibility that this is going to be good for you, but you have to put in the work. So Libras, keep that in mind. All right, and that brings us to Silent Night. If by night the world should sleep, a sleep so deep the silence be deafening, there would sound nothing at all nothing would sound. Okie dokie. So I think, you know, I think it's for what we're talking about here, you know, I think it really too might be those thoughts that you're having, like maybe when you are sitting in silence, waiting on something, going to bed at night, what are those thoughts and ideas that are coming up in your head? So maybe Libras tonight, and as you're laying down to go to sleep, if you don't just pass right out, you know, what are the things that are popping in your head? Like, oh, I'd really like to do this. Oh, it'd be really cool if I went here. Pay attention to that. See what you get. All right, so Virgos. All right, Virgos, what do we got for you today? Let's see. All right. Ooh, 3 of Pentacles. So Virgos, if you have been working towards something, you know, just keep doing it. Keep going. Keep working towards what you're working towards. Pay attention to how it's going. Pay attention, and you know, really, I think too, this is kind of calling for you to be mindful of the actual process of whatever it is that you're creating, or whatever it is that that you're working towards. Instead of just, you know, we always want to pay attention to the main goal, right, or whatever we want to bring into reality. But I think it's also really important to pay attention to the little things, and it's just being mindful of it. Like, okay, well, I want to do this, but I have to do these steps. You know, really be present. You know, I think that's really a part of what this card is trying to say today, Virgo. It's about being present in the process of whatever it is that you're doing. All right, then. That's that. Let's see. A wreath. There in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. So for this one too is about balance. You know, I really see balance with this card. And so Virgo, I think it's like as you're working towards things and maybe working, you know, and that's even working with others too, because we do, you know, 3 of Pentacles could be working, you know, working with others. But I think it's really about the balance of everything too. And I think if you are mindful of the little steps, you'll see where things are balanced and where they aren't. So that's something to pay attention to for sure. All right. Moving right along to Leo. All right, Leos. We have the 4 of Wands. So Leos, I think for you, it's all about tying up loose ends right now. And this is probably a really good week to do that. Really the next 2 weeks, I guess, right? So Leo, I think that, you know, this is like a card reminder, you kind of lighten that little fire to make sure that you go ahead and you start tying up those loose ends, because in order to move forward, in order for other things to happen, you need to do that. So just saying, Leo, it's just a suggestion. It's okay. Tie up those loose ends. And you know, because that's not always the fun thing to do, right? That's not always the thing that you are like, oh, yay, let me do that, right? Because, you know, the big fun things are always more exciting, but it's so important to do that. So we got Mother Mary. Into the arms of a mothering embrace swells a wisdom of full of grace. In thy bosom where she whispers sleep, the eye of winter. So I think too, as you're doing that, as you're tying those loose ends up, Leos, make sure to do it, you know, like, what do I want to say? I had something in my head and it totally just disappeared. Yes, do it in a nurturing way. Know that you're, you know, yeah, it is tedious at times, right? These tying up are tedious, but make sure even to approach it in a nurturing way. You know, like, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this so that I can get other stuff done. And this is almost like, look at it in a self-care perspective. So I kind of feel like it's like you're almost kind of distracting yourself in a way, because you're like, oh, this is my self-care tying up these loose ends. Hey, it might work. It's worth a shot, right? Anything to get stuff done. All right, so Cancers. What we got for you, Cancers? So it's Two of Swords. So I think for you, Cancers, it's really about being at peace with your thoughts, right? And being at peace with your thoughts really does help you in a mental and physical way, right? Because there is a lot of stuff going on, and sometimes those thoughts really kind of get the best of us. And I think it's really about making a decision to be at peace with your thoughts and making that decision, right? That Two of Swords, we have that Two of Swords, you know, and the blindfold. But you know what? Like in this card, that blindfold can come off. It's not tied. It's not stapled to their heads, right? So Cancer, it's about taking off that blind, knowing that this is where you're at right now, and that's okay, and being at peace with it. Even, you know, we tend to kind of get lost in, this is how we want it to be. It's got to be this way. It has, you know, I want it to be this way, and this is how it's going to be. But, you know, that doesn't always work out, and that's not always how it is. So I think just being at peace with how things are now is really important for you, Cancers, right now, because it's going to just, it's one of those things, like, I feel like if you just take that and even sit with that a little bit, it will settle into your, you know, kind of into your ego also, and just kind of like tame it a little and just be like, you know what? No, everything may not have worked out the way I wanted it to, but everything right now is okay, and I am okay. So, whew, I almost went flying. That was very deep, Cancers. There's a lot going on that one. And we got the Yule log. So let's see. Insert me with a bleeding thought. A secret creation birthed from thigh. I am God, I am goddess. I am the creation, and I am the creator. All right. So I like, you know, I think with that, it's about, again, just knowing that it's that balance. I think that's what I feel like. It's just coming to the realization that, you know, things are okay. Things are going to be okay, and that I'm okay with however it goes, because it needs to go that way for you for a reason. There you go. And I like that little Yule log had mushrooms on it. That was cute. All right, so Gemini. And if you'd like me to pull a card for you, let me know. All right, Geminis, what do we got for you? Well, I feel like there's a lot of balanced stuff going on. So for you, Gemini, which, you know, I kind of love this too, because Gemini, you know, it's the twins and all of that business. And I think for you, Gemini, it's really about focusing on that balance of your work home. It could be your physical, your spiritual self. It can be the Gemini twins. Maybe they need a moment to kind of equal things out, balance things out, and that temperance. But I do feel like Geminis, maybe things have been a little bit off kilter for you lately, and it's really time to focus on that, bringing that balance in, especially as you move on to the next year. I think that's a really important thing for you. And, you know, with Geminis, I do feel like they always are in this kind of constant flux, you know, like, because it's always this one side or the other. And I have a lot of Geminis in my house, so I know all about Geminis. So definitely it's time. It's time to bring a little balance, and however that may look for you. And, you know, and it doesn't need to be, you know, even though it's a major arcana card, right? It's when we're talking about it like this as a weekly reading and all of those things, and it's just the one card, it's not like you have to go do these major life changes, right? You don't have to do that. It's all about the little things too. And the little things are so, you know, I think people tend to overlook that a lot, and it's really important. All right, Cartomancy and Tea, let me pull this Oracle card for Gemini, and I will go ahead and grab a card for you. Whoa, I almost threw those out. Feasting. Yay, feasting. Let us feast upon the nourishing and be thankful for thy feast, nor here or there, yet everywhere it will be. So maybe you need to nourish yourself in some way, Gemini. And however that looks for you, whatever pops in your head when I say that, that's what I'll go with. All right, Cartomancy and Tea, let's pull you a card. Let's do this. Ooh, we have the Chariot. So, Cartomancy and Tea, you know, excuse me, whatever you have, whatever situation that you're trying to get going, it's time to take some big action towards it. It's time to really like get it going. It's like giving that little cow a smack in the booty and getting things moving. So I think for you, Cartomancy and Tea, you know, maybe you've been in some sort of planning, maybe, you know, and that can even relate to something with a situation, a relationship, work, home, whatever it is, whatever pops in your head as I say that, it's time to like give this little cow a smack in the booty and get moving with it. So time to take some big action. All right, Cartomancy and Tea, that's what I got for you. All right, let's see, question. All right, so April, let's grab you one too. Ooh. Let's see what we got here. All right. Oh, we have the Prince of Pentacles. Let me look at this card a minute. Lots of cows. So, Prince of Pentacles. So, that is awesome. All right, you're welcome, Cartomancy and Tea. Okay, so April, we have the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Knight. And you know, this is another moving energy, you know, not as a big scale as like we say the Chariot, but this is more, I feel like for you, it's really starting to cross your T's, dot your I's, and start taking, some more movement towards whatever it is that you are bringing into fruition. So Pentacles, work, home, earthly things. So that's where your focus needs to be. You know, for you, it's not necessarily taking the big action. It's more about taking the smaller actions and those, you know, like checking some stuff off that to-do list. So that's what I got for you, April. Everybody's got homework. I'm giving everybody homework today. Everybody's getting homework. Do all the things. Oh, it's so easy for me to say it, you know. I'm just the messenger here. All right, so we have Taurus. All right, let's do this question before. A card for Evelyn, of course. Let us pull a card for the fantastical Evelyn. Let's see if I can. Wow. All right, Jen. I'm trying to shuffle here. I don't know what's happening. 4 of Wands. Woo! Wow! Did you see that? All right, Evelyn, it's feisty. So we have this 4 of Wands energy, and I do feel that, you know, there are some, you know, cycles completing. Oh, it says completion. I didn't even realize that. There are some cycles that are kind of coming to an end for you. And I think that it's something that you need to give a little attention to that, to these ending cycles, and kind of just send them off on their way. And don't be afraid to do that. And don't be afraid to let some stuff go and just keep moving forward. It's okay to do that. So that's what I got for you, Evelyn. And that brings us to Taurus. All right, Taurus. Taurus, you have that Ace of Swords too. For you, Taurus, I think it's more in the aspect of communication. And maybe it's time, Taurus, for you to start some new conversations. Maybe there's something that's going on for you that is kind of stagnant. I feel like that might be like, tell her I said you're welcome. I feel like that, Taurus, there might be some situations that are a little stuck right now. Or maybe it's you that's stuck in the situation, or maybe you're stuck and you're not sure where to start. So for you, I think that it's really about it's time to start some conversations, some communication. Maybe you have to be the one to initiate, a conversation. And, Taurus, sometimes, you can be a little stubborn. I'm just saying. I have a Taurus in my house too. So I know. But you might have to just put that aside because whatever this is needs to be resolved. And I think it's up to you to really kind of get the ball rolling. All right, Taurus. Don't worry, Tauruses. I love you. It's okay. You can do it. All right. We have the wise men. If it wasn't for the familiar songs that echo through my spine, I would have lost what is lost and never found my purpose. So, I feel like it's like this wise man's like, yo, Taurus, time to start talking. That's all I got. That's what's happening. It's the first thing popped in my head. Oh, I'm just saying. That's what's happening. All right. Aries. We made it. We made it. So, since we are on the last sign of the zodiac, because we started at Pisces today, now's the time if you want a card. So, let me know. Woo! So, for you, Aries, this jumped out, and that's that Three of Cups again. So, I think for you, Aries, though, it's you are the one that needs to initiate or invite people over. You're the one that needs to bring people together. I feel like that's where that energy is. Like your excitement about it, your passion about it, like you can whip together a party in no time. And I feel like that this is what you need to do. Like maybe you're thinking about it and you're like, I don't know if I should do that. So this card's saying, yes, do that. And if you're not thinking about it, maybe try, see what happens. I think that for you, there may be people in your circle that maybe need that togetherness right now. And they're not really sure that they need it, or they really can't initiate it for some reason. And you're the one that's going to do that. So let's go, Aries. Time to throw a party or get together. Let's do it. All right, ringing the bells. Ring thy bell to cast them out. Ring thy bell to dance about. Swirl the sounds amidst the winds, nowhere to hide, for all will ring. Ring the bell, and they will come, Aries. There you go. It's telling you. You're the one. You're the person to do it. So, yeah, oh my goodness, we got through the whole zodiac. It is done. Happy Yule, happy winter solstice, whatever you celebrate. I hope you guys have a great week ahead, and I will be back. I'll be here next Monday. Jeez, like Christmas is on Sunday. Wow. I'm looking at my calendar. That's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, I will be back Monday. Same time, same place, all that good stuff. So come and say, actually Monday, today's Tuesday, but Monday I'll be here because it's usually Mondays. I hope you have all a wonderful week ahead. I hope that you get everything done that you need to get done and all of your holiday things go well. And for those that it's a tough time for you, I'm sending you extra hugs. I'm sending you, an extra little bit of sparkles your way because, I do understand when the holidays aren't easy for you. I get it. So I'm there for you. I see you. All right, guys. Have a great day. And you're very welcome. All right. Bye.